Welcome to module 1.3. We are going to get started really getting clear on that ideal client. So for this module, we're going to be setting goals and defining success with social media. We're going to be laying the foundation. The goal here is to build a strong social media foundation to start converting your content to clients. So you're going to start by filling out your ideal client worksheet. Define your ideal client with extreme detail. When you're answering this worksheet, no detail is too much. We want to know everything that goes into who your ideal client is. It might take you some time. Take all the time you need to really get this clear. We're going to be utilizing this ideal client worksheet moving forward within the modules in a very exciting way that's going to help you show up and create content so much faster. We're going to craft a compelling bio and profile based off of this ideal client worksheet so that you are talking directly to the client that you are seeking out when they land on your profile. We're going to nail your brand aesthetic, your colors, fonts, and tones utilizing Canva. I'm going to walk you through exactly how I do the same thing to help me stay consistent, and we're going to optimize this account for a link in bio setup, calls to action, etc. Everything that you want to drive your ideal client to, we're going to set up your link in bio to do just that quickly and easily. So make sure that you take your time filling out your ideal client worksheet, get extremely clear. We're going to be utilizing this in the rest of the modules, and this is going to be something that you go back to even after you're done with this course as a resource for you to always pull from. You're going to be utilizing this ideal client worksheet to train your virtual assistant. You're going to be utilizing this ideal client worksheet for creating compelling captions and things like that moving forward. So again, we want to be very, very clear. And if that means that you need to take a little bit of time, go on a walk, clear your head, come back to it, really think about every question that we've done up until this point. So how you want your business to look, for that with your ideal client. Who is that client who fits into the life that you want? Okay, let's get started. So I'm going to go over to, this is my Canva homepage. If I'm going over to brand, this is what you guys are going to be creating. I've already created 2 brand kits. This is my Circulash brand kit and my Cirky Studios brand kit. If you have a logo already, you're going to put the logo in here. For us to start another brand kit or your first brand kit, this will be blank for you if you haven't already done so. You're going to click Add New. Name your brand kit. So for me, it will be, and you're going to want to add your logo. So you want to add your logo here. And then you're going to choose your color palette. So I keep things pretty simple. I like to keep my colors pretty much the same. So this is going to be black. And then the color that I'm going to utilize. So these numbers right here, if you already have created things and you really like them, you can actually, these numbers are the same. And then the other color that I use is just white. So there we go. So this is the brand kit, and then these are the color palettes. This is my logo. I'm going to choose a font. So for the title font, I'm going to use Anton. That's one I really like. For the subtitle font, that's going to be anything that's like obviously below that. These are recently used fonts that I happen to go back to quite often. So for this one, I've been using Open Sans quite a lot. And then for heading fonts, I've been using Script a lot. You can also do body, quote, caption, section, header. I used to want to do all of these to be like different fonts or whatever, and it just got to be a little too complicated, so I kind of try to keep it pretty close. So you just want to make sure that whatever it is the section is, it's going to be pretty easy for your ideal client to read. These are any photos that you want to do. So if you've had a branding shoot or anything like that, which I highly, highly recommend. If you've had a branding shoot, upload the photos in here. Icons or anything like that that you've downloaded that you really think would be really cute for your marketing, I would definitely add those into here. Just go in and drag and drop, obviously. And then your brand kit is fully set up, and I can show you how we start to go ahead and use that. Say we want to create a story post. So you're going to click story, and then you're going to go to templates. If you go to starred, you can put a star by anything that you're really liking lately. So these are all things that I have already gone through and put stars by. So let's use this one, right? So then you're going to go here, go to brand, the right brand kit that you want to use. You can go scroll down. It'll show you the fonts that are already in the document. It's then going to show you fonts that they recommend. These are your recently used fonts, and then this is going to say whatever it is that you named your brand kit to be. So for me, it would be this. So you would just go to change all, and then this, I would just go to change all. This, change all. So then all of it is going to be within your branding, and you can adjust like letter spacing, line spacing, and just like the drop date. You can adjust anything about this. Obviously, if you do change some things like this, you're going to want to like make sure that everything fits. So I'll adjust like the size, the line spacing, where things are sometimes, things like that. So obviously I'm going to change the text moving forward, things like that, write it out, make it work. But I would go and play around on Canva, start to just scroll around. For example, you can go to social media. You can go to Instagram posts. So I'll go to things like this sometimes if I just need some inspiration. And if you like something, like this is really cute, right? You click on it, you can start curating that. But make sure that it's kind of on brand with the things that you've already been saving. Like I obviously like save a lot for inspiration, and this is like through the years of everything that I post. So you can find content on Instagram, you can find content on Pinterest, you can find Facebook headers. I used to do a lot of before and afters here as a beauty professional. I used to do like sales if I had products on sale in the studio. I also did appointment openings or booking reminders. Those are a great option. These were booking reminders, appointments that you had available, or I would sometimes do this with like dates that were blocked so that my clients could see that as well. This or that to kind of let you get to know your clients on your stories and interact with them. I would do frequently asked questions on here. Honestly, like never ending for sources for inspiration and things like that. You go on here, start to look around at the content, start to pin different ideas, not pin different ideas, haha, I'm already on Pinterest. Start to kind of like favorite different ideas, and the stars just pop up here. So if you go to templates, these are all inspired by like the last thing that I did. And it's really nice because the more you use this platform, the more it's gonna understand you. So it'll kind of start to show you things that you've already looked at. So for me, mobile videos, like I'll just start this one. Little post, like see I already started that one. You can also even do business cards on Canva and keep your branding cohesive. My business card always gets a lot of compliments, and we honestly just designed it on Canva using my branding kit for Saruki Lash Studio. So yeah, just play around, get familiar with the app, and really just start saving, like favoriting things, like getting to know the different things you can utilize it for. We're going to utilize it mostly within this course for Instagram stories. You can do reels from Canva, But if you do reels from Canva, just keep it more simple. Don't do things with like a lot of cuts and edits and things like that. Theirs is kind of just like already predetermined for you, and you just want to pop in some text and show a video. So it's really nice for like if you want to showcase a service that you're doing or something like that, or like if you're gonna have an event or something like that. We just had an event and I did all of the stuff for the marketing for it using Canva. After some toggling around, I'm gonna hit share. You can also just download it to your phone. I'm using this on the computer, but you can do all of this on the phone as well. But you can hit Instagram. You can do immediately post or the schedule to post. So if I hit immediately post, I like to just create it sometimes on the computer, and then I go to the app on my phone and I post from there because it's just simple for me. This is how you can move ahead, and then you could schedule things out. You can even write a caption. And then you would hit schedule or save draft if you want to come back to it. But it's a very, very helpful tool for showing up on social media. We're going to finally start to optimize this Instagram. We've already done the review in Slack, so I've already told you guys exactly what we need to do. Now you're going to start to go implement those things with all of the other information. So we're going to cover your bio. Bio, you want to explain what it is you do, why that client should follow you, and provide your links to book. It should be super simple. This is an example of my old Instagram when I only had a few hundred followers, but I was still a fully booked artist because I understood how to utilize these things to get people to book. Clients want to see your work so that they can see the results and why it is that they should come to you. Remember, your bio is why they should follow you. Your portfolio is why they need to book with you and making those connections. Your content should also be a point of connection for them. They need to understand who you are. They want content like your space. Like, people want to see where you're located. They want to see your environment. If you are cleanly, they want to see the work that you do, the results you offer. Everything like that is something that your client is going to be looking to when they're doing their little scroll. And then your communication as well. So you can communicate like what they can expect for how long it's going to take them to see results. How to book with you could be a post that you pin at the top so that they don't have to go searching for it. Speaking of pins, your highlights and pins should be a resource for your clients to go somewhere where they don't have to ask you questions. They can just get the answers, because if they have to search too much for an answer, they're just gonna search for someone else and move on. You do want to post like your booking policies and things like that, just in a nature where it's not going to scare your client away. You're going to want to post highlights of a place where they can just click through and see a whole bunch of your work, kind of like that portfolio we spoke to. Frequently asked questions, so how to get to your space, how to book with you, how long they can expect their service to last, what they need to do before they come get the service with you. You can even put your pricing in your highlights if you want. If that's a frequently asked question that you receive a lot, you can put that in there so that they don't have to go searching through a bunch of stuff to find it. It's right there. And then you can even put book now as a link within the highlights, because your highlights are basically just a whole compilation of the stories that you've posted, and you want to organize them, which is why we want to have a strategy for what we're posting. And then your pins are going to be things that you want your clients to easily see, or you want it to be, say you had a post that went viral, pin that. Whatever it is your focus is right now, that should be what you're pinning at the top of your Instagram page. So let's get into your bio. Put your name in your bio and where you're located. This is going to be you utilizing local SEO. Local SEO also tells your clients where you are. So if you want to pop up when people are like Googling, for example, for me, lash extensions near me, lash extensions Jacksonville. See the correlations? You want to put like the city that you're from. So if you do massage therapy in Toronto, you're going to put massage therapy Toronto. Esthetician in Tampa, put esthetician Tampa. You know what I mean? So you want people to be able to utilize Instagram as a search engine. For the Jacksonville Salon Suites, I put entrepreneur because I am helping ambitious women grow their businesses, make an impact, and attract dream clients through content and social media. And then I put click the link. You're going to have your address in your bio as well as your link. If you do services from home, please do not put your address in your bio. I just put the area I was in. So that was Riverside, Jacksonville. That's what I put. And then I put the zip code of that area. When people are searching for you and your service that you provide, you will pop up. And then you want to put in your link in bio. So your link in bio for my pages, they're both different. The Soroki Lash Studio page leads to my website. You can either do a link page on your website so that you're feeding more traffic to your website itself, or you can just do a link page that's pre-existing on an app. There's a lot of apps where you can do link pages, and I will provide all of those to you below this so that you can just click through, see what your best option is, and then utilize that. I will say from an SEO standpoint, the better option is to put it on your website. It is typically more expensive to put on your website if you don't already have a template to do so. But you also can just create a page on your website and put embedded links to like your Instagram or to your Facebook or to like your booking site. It doesn't have to be that complicated. There's different options that you can utilize, and just if you are worried more about appearing on Google, I would definitely do more things to drive traffic to your website and put your links there. If you're not so worried about showing up on Google and a website, if you don't even have a website, then just use a link page. See that here? You just want to have all of your links in one simple spot for your clients to see easily. And then now we're moving forward to the highlights. Put your logo in there. I honestly would just save your logo and pop it in here. You can create custom ones. Canva, they also have highlights that you can even find that go with your branding that are super cute, and you can put them throughout here. I just like to keep it simple and keep it all my logo so that if I need to add or change something, I can do it super quick. I just pop my logo in there and add whatever the word is at the time. So my first one is freebie. The more you update these, they'll switch out and change. So say if I did an update to now renting, that would then be the first one because it's the one that I worked on. I don't really like that Instagram does that, but it's just how it works. Pin would be the makeup suite that I have for rent is always going to be the top of the page. The other suite rental that I have is always the top of the page, just so people can see different things. And then depending on how many you do, I think you can do I always just recommend doing 3, so it's your top 3. We don't have another one right now that I'm that worried about pushing, so this one just interchanges, and that's how it'll be. Your link in bio optimization would be exactly this. So what I just spoke to you guys about, this one is on my website. It'll take the person off of Instagram and to the website for whatever link that you put there. So I have visit my website because my website has all of the information, my frequently asked questions, all of those things. Just a whole slew of information is on my website. And a lot of my clients honestly have booked with me because they found my website and said that it's more professional than people in my same area or my industry, and that's what makes them switch and change their mind. If you hear feedback like that, I would definitely put something like that as the link in your bio, because then potential clients will see it, and that's something that sets you apart and builds you as an authority, and you want to do that, right? So that's why my website is in there. And then I have blogs on there since I am obviously a blogger, and then services and frequently asked questions, those are on one page for me because a lot of my frequently asked questions are about my services. I figured why complicate it, just put everything they want to know in one spot. A book now section is extremely important. If people go to the link in your bio and they can't book now, they're probably not going to. So just everything that you provide. If you have a side business, you can throw that as a link in your bio. If you have a frequently asked questions situation, which you definitely should. I think every service-based business has frequently asked questions. Definitely put that link in your bio. A book now, put in your bio. If you don't have a website, don't worry about it. Highlights. This section here, I just went over a little bit. These are all, again, based off your stories, and you can cultivate each of them in the Instagram app by just literally adding them to each highlight. You name the highlight and then save the photo and the highlight. Now that we've gone through all of this, figure out your link in bio, optimize it to all of the things that you think are going to be the most important. If you don't already have a frequently asked questions page on your website, then you can even link this right back to your highlights, because you can embed anything in these sections. So don't overthink it. Your highlights are always going to be changing. My highlights change all the time, and it is kind of a lot to deal with, but as long as you keep up with it, it gets better. So when you are creating your Instagram stories, you want to take them as an opportunity to speak directly to your ideal client and convert them, because when the client is more of a warm lead, it's after they've followed you, and Instagram stories are mostly for the people who already have clicked that follow button. So you're going to want to take the opportunity on your Instagram stories to share your reels and your carousels directly to your stories. You want to post any small snippets of behind the scenes and day in the lives to your stories. So you can post a little snippet of that. If you're doing some admin work, you can take a snapshot of your computer with your coffee in the morning, post that. If you have a full book of clients for that day, then post like how many appointments you have, what it is you'll be doing. A lot of people, that one's kind of controversial. A lot of people in the industry say that that one's played out and they're overseeing it, but I've heard the opposite feedback from clients. And if that's your main goal, is to have clients following you, then you should be posting those things, because your clients are, you know, invested in those things. When I post those stories, I have clients from that day comment and they're like, oh, that's me. And then that helps your Instagram, because it looks like you are engaging with the audience. That keeps people on Instagram more. They're having a conversation. You're talking back and forth. It's a great opportunity to talk to them. You can even upsell them if you have like an extra service that you're throwing in that day. If you have a sale on a product, if you have anything like that, and they're like, oh, that's me. You can take that as an opportunity, as a genuine point of connection to talk to them. You always want to put the ad sticker and book now linked to your booking site. So wherever it is that you do your booking, you can share your reel or your carousel, your behind the scenes, just a cute photo even that you pop in from somewhere. I'm going to show you guys exactly how I do that in the next section. Speak to what you are doing every day. Literally the mundane activities, you would be so surprised with how much your clients actually care about that stuff. When my clients take a selfie, I always ask them to tag me. Even if they don't tag me, sometimes I'll screenshot it and then post them and tag them, and just thank them for posting the selfie, or talk about how cute they look or something like that. That gets you engagement. Client testimonials. If your client texts you some really great feedback about the service that you provided to them, screenshot it and then post it back up on your stories. That's really great. People love to see true, authentic feedback. It doesn't always have to be a Google review or something super curated. It's just something that's honest and authentic. If your client DMs you something that's funny or cute and like adds some personality, shows like your connection point with them, post it. Stuff that maybe you feel intimidated to post a reel and you feel like you have to be perfect and show up and all this and stuff like that. But like on stories, you don't have to be perfect. It goes away in a day. You know what I mean? Like you don't have to show up every time fully done up, makeup on, all the stuff. If you have a sloppy bun and it's just a rough day and you need a coffee that day and it's your day off and you're exhausted and you're just watching TV, you can literally just post, like, I've posted my headband before and my sloppy bun and like wrote above my head. Your clients actually like to see that you're a real human being. And I know that sounds crazy to say, but people do care. Like people care more about you than you realize. And when you start to attract your dream clients and your ideal clients, the connection is so real with them